This watermelon is doing nicely. I read something about putting 3 seeds in one container to start with, so I don't know if I made the mistake of not putting the 3 seeds together at once, and maybe that's why the other one started looking like a milk thistle. Then I also read that there's some concerns about regrowing seeds that you got from the store as well. So maybe that's something weird too, but we shall see. So anyway, I have those, and I have these 2 red okra. In the middle there, I have curly kale. Next to it, I have red cabbage, purple cabbage, whatever. And here I have some pickling cucumbers. I don't think they're Space Masters, but I had pickling cucumbers and Space Masters. But I got the Space Masters to try indoors as well, maybe over the winter. So those are some average size cucumbers, since the ones I grew last year were monstrous and quite a bit to handle. Again, we have our red okra, and we have the 2 watermelons here. I planted these later than the other one, so they're smaller, of course. This one looks spindly and sad, but it does look like a watermelon. And this one again looks like a milk thistle. So these are my Caesar lettuce herb pot. And this is what I may leave this out of this video because the herbs are going to get their own video. In fact, everything should get its own video individually. But it's all weighed down because I just water it. So I have cilantro here. I finally got my pineapple sage to root, so that's coming along nicely. This is the red Reuben basil that I'm going to attempt to get to grow from a cutting again. It failed a couple of times, so it's not as hardy to grow as the sweet basil, the typical basil. And this should be oregano coming up. So here's my dinosaur kale. Here is this beautiful patio tomato. So this is beautiful because this is about as tall as it gets. You know, it's 1.5 feet about, maybe 2 feet. And it's going to give me very nice sized tomatoes. I'm pleased with that. Can't wait to get the first seeds because this may be my winning tomato. A Meyer lemon tree. These are the new herbs I decided on today. Well, one of them is not new. You guys know I attempted to make my own green sugar and failed with stevia. So what occurred to me was that since I was so impressed with the sweetness of the leaves in their fresh state, that what I can do is grow it, and rather than dry it and make the green sugar, I can use it to sweeten any of my smoothies and juicing. So that's what I'm going to use the stevia for now. I have some dill here for pickling if I decide to pickle any of the cucumbers. And I was deciding between lemon verbena and lemon balm. And I went with lemon verbena for a number of reasons. Because it has medicinal benefits. It does the same things in terms of flavor with the lemon balm. It's more commonly known for a medicinal tea. And it's my understanding that lemon balm is invasive. And with the peppermint that I have, I want my mint, but I don't want any additional invasive plants that I'll have to worry about, whether in the ground or even just in a pot. I don't want to have to take anything indoors, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. And plus, if this is more medicinally valuable anyway, why the heck not? Ever treasured. What is that? Is that a bug in there? Are you a bug? Because I will kill you. That's not the coddling moth, is it? Am I going to have to kill some stuff? Because that's a new leaf. Did it fly off? Don't get me started about my Honeycrisp apple tree, child. This is a sweet red pepper. A couple of flowers down deep in there. Same with the pimento. Chocolate mint is flourishing. I can't even keep up anymore. what we're now calling the salad planter. So I know it looks beautiful and lush and stuff, and the reason why I'm over here now is because I'm getting ready to scalp it for a salad. So before I do, it's in the shade, and see how beautifully that red is speckled in there? Because I didn't have any straight red leaf lettuce this year, and I did want to add color. So as you can see, I got the red basil, the ruby basil, and I got this speckled lettuce here. Kale, dinosaur kale. This is romaine, which looks exactly like Caesar lettuce that I have in the planter. My red speckled lettuce. This is a new batch of spinach coming up. But what I notice happens, and this may not be related to anything or help you in any sort of way, but when my spinach gets ready to bolt, as this one has, the leaves turn into spears. Do you see that? They look like spears, spearheads. So my leaves are usually, they have those nice, healthy ridges in them, veins in them. But when they are ready to bolt, they look like spearheads, don't they? Yeah, just something I noticed. And also a new batch. I better stay in the shade. New batch of bok choy that is coming up as well. Beautiful little collards. They're doing exactly what I want them to do. These are these amazing sweet onions that are so delicious, and I planted some red ones throughout here as well, but something keeps coming in and eating the red ones before they can get big enough. So I'm not sure how to feel about that, but I can't feel any kind of way as long as these things taste so sweet. And regular peppermint here. It's about the size of it. Oh snap, that smelled good when I just shook it. You can see the evergreens have gotten enormous, so we pretty much have total privacy over here now, which is awesome. Okay, see you guys next time, group smooches and things and such. So this is a mirror of one of the pots I was telling you about, where one comes up as a nice watermelon and the other one comes up as what appears to be milk thistle. And this one's gotten so huge. I hate those white butterflies. This one has gotten so huge. I'm going to pull it. Ouch, 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 ouch. And I don't know how it happened, just because I planted 2 clearly watermelon seeds, and watermelon seeds look like nothing else. Fence that Creaky built, and I like that he didn't use chicken wire. I just don't like gaudy or cluttered, or I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of gaudy. And this is simple and clearly small enough to keep our predators out. A few purple cabbage. I have a couple of red peppers that I'm gonna put out back, and then I'm also gonna plant more purple cabbage, because that's just just only enough room for like 3 cabbages, and we juice them daily, so we're gonna see how that works. Ow, ow, ow. This is my rhubarb. Oh my god, it did come up, but so I think it might be ruined. I might need to plant a couple more seeds. And cucumbers, I mean, they're bigger than they have been so far, but this one keeps coming out of the ground. I don't know how to feel about that. It looks like something pulls it out of the ground, but I know nothing can get in here, so I don't know what to believe. Again, there's the pot action at the corner. These are Caesar lettuces. My herb pot with my 2 new moringa efforts, neither of which are coming up. Here's the old one that I apparently died, didn't make it. Dinosaur kale. My beautiful patio tomatoes, they are going to get a marvelous size apparently. Meyer lemon. Lemon. Are these little bugs? I'm seeing little black dots on my lemon verbena, and I don't like it. I have a lemon verbena, dill, and stevia, honey crisp apple tree, which I will put in a larger pot, probably at the end of the season. Right here I have all of my herbs other than mint. So I have cilantro, red Reuben basil, which is a lot harder than regular basil to propagate, but it has all the exact same qualities as the Italian sweet green basil that I had before, except it's hard to grow from a cutting. And pineapple, sage, here's stevia for sweetening and juicing, dill, and lemon verbena. These are sweet red peppers that have been taking their time blooming. Pimento pepper, chocolate mint, very healthy and doing well. These are lettuce and my watermelon red okra. Here's the look of my raised bed right now. It's pretty lush with a row of dinosaur kale in the back, romaine, speckled red and green. It's a butter crunch type lettuce. My spinach, which is suffering in the heat, and bok choy, which is also suffering just a little bit less than the spinach is in the heat. You'll notice it looks like I plant these in a graduated time frame, because this goes from smaller and actually kind of yellow, and it gets greener and more lush as you go along. See that? What that shows you is that the back end of this raised bed gets more shade than the front end, because spinach and bok choy love it when it gets cold. So because it's shadier and cooler, these are going to be look healthier than those on this end. And those are collards. And ooh, really? That must be my stepchild. That's the child of the robin that created her nest, had her babies, and then had me literally raise one of them while I was out here gardening. And it was stuck right on that pole. I did a video. Anyway, I think that was her baby. And she loves, the mother loves Creaky. She will follow Creaky when he mows. If he mows diagonal, whichever direction he mows, she will hop along with him, the robin, the mother, while he's mowing the lawn. And I think I see parents now. It's like they're teaching their kids, oh, those people are okay, you can hang out over there. But that's not the case. I'm not really having it. I refuse. And again, I'll show you these bok choy, how well they're doing. This is a complete shade over here. This just gets a little bit of sun really early, and it's otherwise all shaded. See how healthy this bok choy is coming up? I really did too much in this video. I know this is gonna be chopped all to pieces. Ruby smooches. Everything is nice and green. We've had storm for the last couple of days, so it looks particularly healthy. We have two red okra. There's the watermelon, the other Caesar lettuce. It's my herb pot. Nice healthy dinosaur kale. Big voluptuous tomatoes that have yet to turn red. Tomatoes overcoming my lemon right now, which I don't mind. I'm using them to secure each other for yet another storm that should be here in a half hour or so. Lemon verbena, very delicious. Stevia.
You getting the before and after picture? Before upright,
Well,
vertical,
if it's all right with
after,
you.
horizontal. What? If it's all right with me, what? I said, are you getting the before and after? Before, vertical, after, horizontal. I'm just trying to figure out what you trying to do.
You should have been video bombing me lately.
You shouldn't be video bombable.
Obama's just my cousin. Peppers. Oh, pimento and sweet red peppers. Chocolate mint is insane. This is how it grows. Amazing sweet onions. Yes, we'll make seeds. I'm letting my collards get pretty healthy to share. Dino kale, romaine, speckled lettuce. Spinach is not very happy because it's not particularly cool out. Bok choy is not particularly happy, but these are at this end are healthier than this end because they get shaded more. Here's my hero filling up more rabbit holes. I have 3 sweet peppers back there, 3 purple cabbage, these 3 purple cabbage here, well 3.5. This one's looking sad, but I'm not counting on it. And my curly kale, this one is looking sad. Cucumbers are grabbing onto shit. My TP was coming undone. And my watermelon vine, which is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna wrap this thing around just like ground covering once it comes out. Red okra getting very nice and healthy. Everything looks so nice though, doesn't it?
Yeah, until that storm comes.
I don't need your negativity.
Flood warning now.
Okay, here's an overview. I'm doing one while the rain has taken a break. It's been raining for a good week. Here's my watermelon. Go see what the rhubarb's doing. No, it's gone. There's one still coming up, but I might need to plant a couple more seeds. Those 3 are sweet red peppers. Then I have some purple cabbage following it, curly kale here, more purple cabbage, and these are picklet cukes. This watermelon starting to come up, and those are my 2 red okra. These healthy heifers are my Caesar lettuce. I'm gonna make me a big old salad today. The herb pot. Big healthy dinosaur kale. My dinosaur kale are doing better in this huge pot than they are in the raised bed. So, well, that doesn't mean anything. It just means they're doing better in this huge pot. But I do need to make a mental note of things like that when you're gardening. Patio tomato. These things are still getting bigger. My God. They're not even, are you even trying to turn red right now? It's crowding out my lemon tree. And I'm letting it because, again, the storms are coming and they're actually staking one another up, these plants are. Honeycrisp apple tree. I'm pretty traumatized right now because the new neighbors came in and chopped down their apple tree that I was counting on to pollinate my Honeycrisp. So I may have to get another tree. We'll see. Peppers looking very healthy after the storm. Chocolate mint. More Caesar lettuce. A salad bed looks amazing, does it not? My sweet green onions, and my green onions are going to they're flowering, so I'm pretty happy about those seeds. I only need a few. Let me make this salad though. Groovy smooches.